Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Now, in the last episode, we decided to take advantage of the communications blackout and build a nice base called the Great Lagoon next to Water to Wine, which is the last Lord's Believers base on planet, just in case we need to say hello and wipe the Lord's Believers from the map. And that would only leave 3 factions on planet: ourselves, the University, and the Peacekeepers. Which, honestly, that's a pretty good triad, if you ask me. But let's go ahead and get our house in order. We're actually in the middle of building some pretty significant secret projects. We got the Nano Factory, we've got the Dream Twister somewhere around here. We're really close to the cloning vats as well. And off camera, I went to go check see who else was making use of secret projects, like the Court of Justice is doing the, holy crap, eco damage of 29? You guys need to get green. And the University as well. And this is something we haven't really done in the playthrough before, is kind of look and see what everyone else is doing. 17 turns to the Theory of Everything. That's okay. University, oh, they're doing the cloning vats. 31 turns to that. Looks like the University is a little bit more conservative in their pollution, which is good. And we'll have these guys just hang out. Great Lagoon wants to build an isle. I don't know about that specifically. Let's do another colony pod. And that way we can just get this entire little area nice and under our protection.
Production complete.
Drone riots at virgin soil. Well, that's not good. Do we have... There's some recreation commons. We've got a lot of money to play with. We have over 4,400 energy credits in reserve.
Production complete.
So I'm thinking we're going to be in good shape if we need to speed any projects along. Morgan Metallurgy, let's set you to build. And we got Probability Sentinel. We actually need to... We'll go build, but I want you to build a regular former, because all of this hasn't been touched yet, but I need to kind of terraform. And get our real estate nice and valuable. And we'll... You know what? Oh, we got another university base here. Let's send this guy over to Morgan Hydroponics. I'm not really a fan of how close everyone's getting. And they're saying build a base here. I'm alright with that. The Sea Cradle. Good stuff. And doing Probability Sentinels right off the bat. And this guy, I guess, is done. Let's head over to Factory Drift. And is there any way... I know we have a base, like, right next to University territory. There we go, Falling Water. Let's send them over there, just in case the University decides to get, you know, a little bit Brody. Speaking of that, they did get a tech, which gave them an extra bit of research. So they may have actually moved ahead of us in terms of... Oh, no, we're still good on tech. Never mind. But one thing I would like to do, as soon as this children's creche is done, we're going to get a probe team made so we can do a little bit of subterfuge against the University, if need be. Well, I'll see that in my nightmares. Sweet dreams, everyone. Wait. The Dream Twister, plus 50% to Psi attack, which is awesome because that just made our mind worms so much more powerful. I like it. That reminded me of the Fifth Element when Lilu's like looking through all of human history and then starts seeing the bad stuff. Drone riots at the Shining. Oh, you didn't even have a Recreation Commons.
Request confirmation.
That should take care of that.
Production complete.
Now we'll have you guys just hang out. Fisher of Men is now complete. We'll travel over here to Divinity Base. Start working there. And I need to get that former under control. Did you see it just moving back and forth, back and forth? Where is that former at? I think it's right here. Let's send you over to Greenhouse Gate here in the next turn. Falling Water. Now, were there any other bases working on the Dream Twister? Because I don't want these guys to get any more wonders or any more special projects done. That's going to be our little monopoly. Morgan's gone, but the monopolies remain. And it looks like the Peacekeepers aren't touching anything but the cloning vats. And what about you guys? Shar, Theory of Everything, you're 12 turns from that. I'm not a fan. You're doing a Fusion Planet Buster. Cloning vats. That seems to be it. How close are you to cloning vats? 13 turns. You may just go ahead and speed all of those programs along. Should we? You know what? We got the money for it. We might as well. Where are those being built at? We have got the Theory of Everything is over here. Wasn't it? At the Oak. Oh, we're actually behind, aren't we? Well then.
Request confirmation.
For only 1,300 energy credits. I'm alright with that. And we also had one more being built. Got so much territory, it's hard to keep up with all of it. The Nano Factory? That was the other one we were working on, wasn't it? We're 20 turns from the Nano Factory.
Request confirmation.
Yeah, we will spend all the coin. And the cloning vats. Oh, we're only one turn away from the cloning vats. Huzzah! Okay, we don't have to speed that one along. But that is pretty handy, I have to say. It looks like quite a few of these formers need to be put under direct control. But it seems most of our bases are now working on a robotic assembly plant, which is good. Oh! We've got another alien artifact. Do we have a network node that is... Let's go ahead and link this one. Our scientists have linked the artifact to the data network and made wondrous discoveries.
We are no longer particularly in the business of writing software to perform specific tasks. We now teach the software how to learn, and in the primary bonding process, it molds itself around the task to be performed. The feedback loop never really ends, so a 10th-year polysentience can be a priceless jewel or a psychotic wreck. But it is the primary bonding, the childhood if you will, that has the most far-reaching repercussions. Vadal Ron, Wakener, Morgan Polysoft.
I guess Morgan Polysoft survived after the Morganites went boom. So this gives us access to Cybernetics, which is a future society model. In the far future, citizens may turn many of the tasks of governing society over to artificially intelligent computers, increasing efficiency and freeing humans for more creative tasks. But will workers displaced by computers sink into despair, poverty, and possible unrest? +2 efficiency, +2 planet, +2 research, but -3 police. I remember the first time I used Cybernetics when playing this game. I had a huge empire like this, and when I went to Cybernetics, every base had drone riots because I had so many military units away. It was not good. The one that I think we're going to be going for, they also have thought control, but I like the, I don't know how to, eudaimonic, I think is how it's pronounced. Perhaps the most pleasant to contemplate living in, this far future society takes its name from an ancient Greek word for fulfillment and happiness. Eudaimonic society encourages each citizen to achieve happiness through striving to fulfill completely his or her potential. So it's kind of like what Gene Roddenberry thought humanity would be in Star Trek, I guess. Population, economy, and industry all experience healthy growth. Violence fades as society grows more tolerant and just, and even when the society's hand is forced, it often shoots to subdue rather than destroy. So we get -2 morale, which is okay because we have stuff to counteract that. But look at that, growth, economy, and industry. So, good stuff. We'll continue with our current social model. We'll wait until we get that future tech before we use it.
Complete.
The governor of Gaia's Landing requests permission to commence the network backbone. What is that one? Digital Sentience. +1 research at this base for every point of commerce this base receives, and +1 research for every network node in existence on Alpha Centauri, regardless of the player owning the network node. Eliminates the negative effects of Cybernetics society. Oh yeah, there are 3 special projects that we can work on that actually eliminate the negative effects of the future society. So if we want to build this, we could do cybernetic without having the police penalty. That's cool. Yes please. This must be the cloning bats.
We shall take only the greatest minds, the finest soldiers, the most faithful servants. We shall multiply them 1,000-fold and release them to usher in a new era of glory. Colonel Corazon Santiago, the Council of War.
That makes me feel really guilty about eating chicken. The cloning vats. All your bases enter a permanent state of population boom and will grow every turn provided nutrient output is sufficient and HAB facilities are adequate. The negative effects of the power and thought control social engineering choices are eliminated. Holy crap. So if I remember correctly, the cloning vats this is what the Spartans would go for if they were still in the game. Because all the negative effects of power and thought control, those are the big military bits of social engineering, they have no penalty whatsoever. It's pretty nasty.
Industrial-grade nanopaste, planet's most valuable commodity, can also be one of its most dangerous. Simply pour out several canisters, slide in a programming transponder, and step well away while the stuff cooks. In under an hour, the nano will use available materials to assemble a small factory, a hover tank, or enough impact rifles to equip a regiment. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Planet, a survivalist guide.
The Nano Factory. Units can be repaired quickly and completely even when not in base squares, and the cost to upgrade units is reduced by 50%.
The earth is the cradle of the mind, but one cannot stay in the cradle forever. Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, the father of rocketry. Data links.
The theory of everything. Lab's output doubled at this base. And that is an amazing quote, by the way. I love it.
Drone riots.
And drone riots to put us back down to Earth, or planet rather. Yeah, that's okay. We're building a hologram
Confirmation.
theater anyway.
Drone riots.
Drone riots at consecrated waters. Let's get a recreation commons. It's much better than the
Confirmation.
Isle of the Deep there.
Production complete.
There's a golden age.
Production.
Let me go ahead and show you guys what I was talking about when it regards to the social engineering. Like, if we wanted to go full military, look at this. Power and thought control. We can support 4 units free per base, plus 2 morale, plus 3 on defense, can use up to 3 military units as police, and plus 2 probe team morale. That is a juggernaut. You know what I mean? So we won't do any of that right now. We're just got that last future society we need to get, and we'll be fine. Just have to learn it first. That's the problem. And I need to get you off of automated and send you somewhere where you can do some good. Head up to Blast Rifle Crag. And we're not going cybernetic, but everyone seems to be getting the assembly plants in working order, which I appreciate. And building up for the inevitable clash with one of these factions, which we're right here in the middle. We're kind of building another neutral zone, inadvertently, between the Peacekeepers and the University. And I wonder if I haven't seen them actually attack each other. Maybe they're not at war anymore since the sunspot blackout or whatever. I don't know. Guess we'll have to see. And that one's done. Let's send this one over to Consecrated Waters to start working on that. And we'll send you over to Greenhouse Gate. And set home base. Make that all nice and pretty. And Morgan Construction is building an aisle. Yeah, make formers instead. Industrial boom at the Shining, +1 minerals in every square for the next 10 years.
Without sensibility, no object would be given to us. Without understanding, no object would be thought. Thoughts without content are empty. Intuitions without concepts are blind. Immanuel Kant, Critique of Pure Reason. Data links.
Increases.
I swear, sometimes they're watching me.
Ooh.
Boson Pete, Shift Foreman, Metagenics Biomachinery Division.
Creepy. Increases probe team base morale.
Drone riot.
I understand. Sometimes I feel they're watching me too. Drone riots intensify at Razorbeak Wood. Children crash destroyed. Aw. Think of the children, guys. Good lord. Here.
Request confirmation.
Have your hologram theater.
Drone riot.
And calm down. We're not going to be able to get any of these assembly plants
Request confirmation.
built
Drone
if the
riot.
drones keep acting up. Oh well.
Request confirmation. Maximum population.
They demand some of that some of the new cinema coming in. I wonder what kind of movies would be made in this era, to tell you the truth. That's always kind of fascinated me.
Drone riots.
I didn't switch over to Cybernetic, did I? I don't think I did.
Request confirmation. Drone riots.
Ew. I hope I didn't and just didn't realize it.
Request confirmation. Drone riots.
Don't know how I feel about this.
Production complete.
Drone riots, everywhere with the drone riots.
Request confirmation. Drone riots.
Okay, I may have actually messed up and switched over to Cybernetic. That's the only thing I can think of, because everyone's
Request
getting
confirmation.
angry very quickly.
Drone riots.
A riot is an ugly thing. Retool, they'll be built. Good lord. Well, we'll talk about...
Request confirmation.
Well, here's what happens.
Production
If
complete.
there's lots of riots, you kind of take care of your constituency. That's how leadership works.
Request confirmation. Production complete.
Okay, is everyone done being mad now? Did I switch over? No, I didn't. We're still democratic, green, and knowledge-based society. Weird. I guess it was just that time. And Morgan Dock. Well, no, because we're in a population boom. Everyone's getting a ton of population. That's what's going on. And then all of a sudden there's just not enough facilities because they're growing so fast. We don't have time to keep up. I think that's what's going on. That makes sense. I just saw a university unit come near our territory.
Production complete.
Not good. So before we start building hab complexes and stuff, we need to
Request confirmation. Production
make sure
complete.
that all of these guys are dealt with.
Request confirmation.
Got to make sure there's
Production
bread and
complete.
circuses for all. And you already have one. Let's go for a hologram theater.
Request confirmation. Production complete.
And then we're actually probably going to have to take some of our guys off the working queue. And
Request confirmation. Drone riot.
for entertaining purposes, you know what I mean? To use a Civ 2 term. Luxuries.
Request confirmation. Production complete.
Well, I'm having to spend a lot of energy here. Literally and figuratively. But
Request
I
confirmation.
don't think we're going to be
Drone riot.
too much into the hab complex destroyed. Yep, because when there's a riot, you need to destroy the thing that's actually keeping you there. That
Request confirmation.
sound logic.
Drone riots.
I should have thought this through. Oh no, not stockpile energy. We need a hologram theater.
Request confirmation. Production complete.
And... well, this is kind of taking most of our time now, this episode.
Drone riots.
It's alright, you gotta see how it's getting fixed.
Request confirmation. Production complete.
As long as we have enough energy to survive, after spending all of it to speed up those projects, I'd like to think we'll be fine.
Request confirmation. Production complete.
Good lord. Retool.
Request confirmation. Drone riots.
This is what happens when you have a cloning VATS. You just kind of...
Request confirmation.
you get a bunch of just angry people popping
Production
up.
complete.
Kind of reminds me of Earth Above and Beyond,
Request confirmation.
which was a cool television series that used to come on Fox. They had, what were they called? What was the terminology for them? In vitros. And they were
Request
essentially
confirmation.
clones of people, or test tube babies or something like that.
Production
And they were
complete.
considered a sub race. And they rebelled in the series. Actually pretty cool. One of the members of the squad of main characters was one. So he was perpetually
Request
torn
confirmation.
between helping out his friends and remembering what he was.
Request
These
confirmation.
would be the great drone riots of 24-27. Okay. Is everyone okay now? I might as well just start
Request confirmation.
hurrying this along. You know what I mean? We'll have more riots to come. I can guarantee that. So we'll set home base. And I think we'll do one more turn after this and call it a day. And I am curious about you, good sir. What are you doing? Let's actually wake up all of these guys. Like so. And we are going to move them to this bunker up here. I probably need to upgrade them. It's been a while. And, man, there's no... well, there is an ocean base right there. I'm just expecting that sneak attack anytime. at least some of these bases are pretty well protected. And we haven't even thought about the Lord's Believers, and I completely forgot about the probe team. Curses. Wait, where was that? The robotic assembly plant. Can we just go ahead and retool? Thank you. And we got a formidable force. Whoa. Ew, locusts.
Production complete.
There's the Veil of Winds. This actually happened at a bad time because we're all in the middle of making this robotic assembly plants.
Production complete.
So we have to interrupt that and basically start over. And there is nothing that's going to make you guys happy, is there? So here you go. That'll end the riots there.
Production complete. Production complete.
Golden Age. And
Request confirmation.
having to build a hologram theater at a lot of these bases that aren't even really developed yet. Very strange. And now we have a shard tank. That's weird. It is a 13-1-3-2 commando. Well, I guess we need to build up our military forces here anyway, so no worries. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. How close are we on the network backbone? 29 turns? Ugh. So it will be a bit. And what happened over here? Because we saw a boom. I assume both of these guys are doing something that we're not doing, is investing in missiles. Yeah, conventional missile Mach 2. That's all they're doing, and just sending missiles to destroy bases. So, as long as we stay out of the fight, I think we'll be good. But hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.